One quiet fact about the British monarchy has fueled weeks of online headlines. Claims circulate that King Charles has elevated Prince Louis to a new senior royal rank, while one of Queen Camilla's grandsons remains shut out. The stories frame it as a personal slight. The reality is quieter, older, and far more revealing about how the institution actually works. By the end of this video, you will understand the verified rules that govern royal titles, why Prince Louis already holds the style he does, why Camilla's grandchildren never received comparable honors, and what this contrast actually tells us about bloodline, succession, and the modern monarchy. No private conversations, no invented emotions, only the public record and reliable reporting. Start with the young prince at the center of the claims. Prince Louis Arthur Charles was born on April 23, 2018. He is the third child of the Prince and Princess of Wales. He stands fourth in the line of succession, behind his father, his brother George, and his sister Charlotte. From birth he has been styled His Royal Highness Prince Louis. That style did not arrive by accident. Under the 1917 letters patent issued by King George V, the title of Prince or Princess and the style of Royal Highness were limited. They applied mainly to the children and male-line grandchildren of the sovereign. Louis was a great-grandson at the time of his birth. Without intervention, he would have been known simply as Master Louis Cambridge or Master Louis Windsor. Queen Elizabeth II stepped in. She adjusted the rules so that all of William and Catherine's children received the princely style. The decision was public knowledge at the time. It was not a recent gift from King Charles. Louis remains a child. He is not a working royal. Palace sources and independent reporting have confirmed that William and Catherine have declined even light public roles for him, such as a proposed patronage, on the straightforward grounds that he is still focused on school. Any suggestion that Charles has newly conferred a senior royal rank lacks supporting documentation from Buckingham Palace or the court circular. Speculative videos have claimed everything from the Dukedom of Edinburgh to other historic titles. Those claims do not appear in official records. The Dukedom of Edinburgh was granted to Prince Edward in 2023 and is not hereditary in the usual sense. Now consider the other side of the viral story. Queen Camilla has 5 biological grandchildren from her first marriage to Andrew Parker Bowles. They are Lola and Freddie, the children of her son Tom Parker Bowles, and Eliza, Gus, and Luis Lopez, the children of her daughter Laura Lopez. These young people have appeared at major royal occasions. 3 of the boys served as pages of honor at the 2023 coronation. They have been photographed with the king and queen. They use affectionate nicknames: Yupa for Charles and Gaga for Camilla. Tom Parker Bowles has spoken openly about the warmth of those relationships. Yet none of them holds a royal title. They are not in the line of succession. They never were. Titles in the British system flow primarily through blood and specific grants by the sovereign. Camilla's children and grandchildren are connected by marriage, not by the bloodline that carries the crown. When Charles became king, no letters patent extended princely styles to them. Tom Parker Bowles has addressed the idea himself. In a recent interview, he joked that if he suddenly became a prince, Buckingham Palace gates would be stormed. He described the notion as appalling and said it would set the monarchy back. His comments were light in tone, but they underscored a deliberate boundary. The contrast is real. One set of grandchildren carries the style of prince and princess and stands high in the succession. The other set does not. That difference is not the product of a sudden decision or a personal ban. It is the product of long-standing constitutional practice. The monarchy has always distinguished between the direct line of succession and the wider family circle. Queen Elizabeth maintained that distinction. King Charles has continued it. Observers sometimes point to the children of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Archie and Lilibet became entitled to the styles of prince and princess upon their grandfather's accession because they are male-line grandchildren of the sovereign. Their parents have chosen how those titles are used. The point remains the same. The rules track blood and specific sovereign decisions, not emotional proximity alone. What has changed in recent years is the public conversation around a slimmed-down monarchy. Both Charles and William have spoken in different ways about a smaller group of working royals. Fewer full-time public roles. Greater focus on the core line. In that context, even Prince Louis's future is not guaranteed, as a working royal. Commentators note that as the youngest of the whale's children, he may pursue a more private path, military service, or charitable work outside formal duties. No decision has been announced. He is still a schoolboy. Camilla's own position illustrates the same principle. She is queen. She carries out extensive public duties. Her children and grandchildren remain private individuals. They attend family events. They support her. They do not represent the crown. That arrangement has been consistent since her marriage to Charles in 2005 and since her elevation as queen consort and later queen. The online headlines that frame this as devastation or favoritism collapse under scrutiny. There is no verified report of Charles granting Louis a new senior rank in 2025 or 2026. There is no verified report of a formal ban placed on any of Camilla's grandsons. The titles Louis holds were settled years earlier. The absence of titles for Camilla's grandchildren was settled by the same body of rules that has governed the family for generations. Why does the story still travel so widely? Because it touches something deeper than protocol. It touches questions of belonging, fairness, and the emotional weight of family inside an institution that is also a public office. Viewers see a grandmother who clearly enjoys her step-grandchildren and her biological ones. They see a king who reads Harry Potter to the little ones with different voices. They see pages of honor walking in the same procession. Then they see the hard line of titles and succession. The gap between private affection and public rank is uncomfortable for some. For others, it is simply the way constitutional monarchy has always operated. The record shows continuity more than rupture. Queen Elizabeth shaped the rules that gave Louis his style. Charles has not rewritten them for his youngest grandson in the manner claimed. Camilla's family has never been placed inside the titled working structure. Both realities can exist at once. Warm private relationships, clear institutional boundaries. The monarchy continues to evolve in public duties and public presentation. The underlying framework of succession and style remains rooted in history and legal instruments. Prince Louis will grow up inside that framework. Camilla's grandchildren will grow up beside it. The distinction is not new. It is simply more visible now that social media turns every family photograph into potential evidence of preference or exclusion. What do you make of that distinction? Does the separation of bloodline titles from wider family affection strengthen the institution, or does it create unnecessary distance in an age that values inclusion? Share your thoughts below.